The Ottomans in Victoria III are in a bit of a rough place. They are termed the sick man of Europe, and that gets upgraded to the dead man of Europe if you're not able to rapidly industrialize. The DLC that Paris has just released for Victoria III makes things even harder for you. You have a tiny little mountain state that insists on raiding you and you can't really retaliate. You have the Eastern Crisis that is designed to make you collapse almost entirely. And then you have the great powers that are salivating at the thoughts of taking over your territories. Today though, none of that is going to phase us. Today we're going to turn back the clock and take the Ottoman Empire to their greatest extent. Chaps, welcome to the Ottoman Empire, with the new DLC being focused on places like Montenegro, like Austria, Hungary, Serbia, Bulgaria even. The Balkans can unite into a front. I thought it'd be fun to see how the Ottomans, the sick man of Europe, are doing here. You can see that Montenegro is raiding Bosnia right now. I can just launch a counterattack, which means that the Russians dislike me and I get more infamy, which might be worth just sort of accepting the raiding for now. That's a little bit of a problem. Still, we have more pressing problems because we are the sick man of Europe. If we do not modernize, we die and we become the dead man of Europe. For some historical context here, the Janissaries that used to be an elite fighting force that spearheaded a lot of the Ottoman conquest had become a little bit too powerful, and basically were making increased demands of sultans year on year, meaning that they were not able to advance ideas of the Enlightenment or anything like that. However, they've finally been deposed, and so we're going to attempt to modernize. It's something that the Ottoman Empire attempted to do, but failed for the most part in our sort of timeline. So we have these little Tanzimats here. We have to complete 4 of them. We need to reclaim Syria, that's 1. Urbanize, that's 2. Suppress separatism. So for 15 years, we need to make sure we don't have any secession process. Now, I think that's going to be a little bit tricky in this DLC. We have army modernization, which means we need to make sure we upgrade our army and make sure we don't have any input shortages. That's probably the easiest one to do. The other one is bureaucratic reforms. That's making sure we don't have hereditary bureaucrats and we don't have land-based taxation. That's kind of a really important one because we currently have some taxation waste and problems to do with that. Now, first thing I'm going to do, research the Napoleonic warfare. In terms of education reform, this is a really, really hard one. You need to increase the literacy of your people by 20%. I am going to attempt to do that one, even though it's ridiculously difficult. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to promote social mobility, which gives us education access and qualifications in the most populous states. It's not like, to be clear, in the times that I've played the Ottomans over the last couple of years, I don't think I've ever successfully done this. So what we got here, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1.2. So these 4 states, 6 states, I think are going to be where I'm going to do it. So 1 here, 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 and here. I think those are the main places. Now, ostensibly, these guys are our protectorate. See about that. One thing I do want to do is improve relations with Russia, with England, with France. Actually, probably Austria and Britain. Because I don't want to get involved when the Egyptians inevitably decide that they want some of whatever we've got cooking. I'm actually going to go even more social mobility. It's always a tricky one because if you mess up here, it's kind of over for you. There's no real scenario in which you make it back. So we're going to do this. Get the education access. And then to do urbanization, 75% of Ottoman states have an urban center. Currently, there's 30%. So I believe that means I just need to build in all these areas, right? Is an incorporated state and has an urban center. Do I have anything that's not incorporated? All right, so we need clothing. Let's build anywhere that there isn't an urban state. All right, you don't have one. You have one. I might be misreading this. I think otherwise we are all good. There's really not a lot of urban industry in the Ottoman Empire at this point, which is kind of the point, but still. Those are going to be the buildings we build initially. I am going to go straight to iron frame buildings. I'm going to get cracking. Now, okay, I'm going to do this early rather than later. This is going to basically destroy our economy. But one thing I need to do is get this army. You see how we have a regular infantry? We're going to upgrade everything. This is ridiculously expensive. So far, so good. Nope, it's going down. Okay, maybe we have a problem with small arms. Does not have disorganized training. So I need to research Napoleonic warfare, which is what I'm doing. Let me crack on from there. With a child on the throne. That's not good. I don't know a 13-year-old lives like that. And people are addicted to opium. Things have immediately gone downhill. Okay, we can get tenant farmers without the local governors immediately uprising, which I think is kind of what we have to do here. Is Napoleonic warfare done? Now we start going on this production thing, get the cotton gin and the lathe, which is going to be very important. Finances aren't terrible, not great, but they aren't terrible. Nice, okay, tenant farmers, immediately. That's very fortunate. Alright. That's actually taken us a long way already. So those unrealized taxes, that's kind of what I'm aiming towards. That's why I'm not panicking about the fact that we are losing a lot of money right now. I think we can force through these reforms. We'll need to throw them a bone, though. Them, in this case, being the local governors. Alright, let's bring in the military to this. Alright, the local governors are going to like this. Try and force it through. And then we can try and do the other stuff as well. Standard living is going up. Literacy is also ticking up. Okay, I need general staff. Unlock the cotton gin. We'll do the lathe and then we'll get general staff. Alright, we're just going to get some iron real quick. The Russians are attempting... Yeah, okay, we're rivaled. That's not good. On the bright side, we should get a local police force. Advancements in medicine. Cool. Let's do that. Try and buddy up with the French a little bit. I've got to pull this economy into check soon, otherwise we have to raise taxes, and people are not going to like that. I'm really gambling on racing through these reforms. See how balance is slowly creeping up. Nice. Law enforcement is done. That'll open the way up to flip over to this. Interventionism. Let's go with the lathe. Q jokes. We need dye. Do we? It feels like we have. We're importing it all. Russia starts to damage our relations. No good. And there's a Serbian national awakening. That's not good. I am gambling hard, dude, on this. Oh, popular player, right. Perfect. If I get interventionism, then I can change. Hopefully, I need to give the landowners something else they'll like. If this gets to like the halfway point, it's kind of over for me. Obviously, our economy is growing gently, but I'm more focused on like building in these areas around here to try and increase the urbanization side of things. Okay, I just want that one layer deep first, and then we'll start getting these urban centers. How much urbanization do you produce? Yeah, 20. I think we need like 100. So once it's fully staffed. Nice, interventionism very quickly indeed. Okay, actually a lot faster than I was expecting to advance my other plans. Okay, we're gonna go appointed bureaucrats. I've got 23 years. It's really not that long. Okay, what we are gonna do, I think, is drop military wages. Get us a little bit more time. General staff, and then I need currency standards. And then we can dive into intensive agriculture and the atmospheric engine. That's why I'm having to bump up my my timelines a little bit. Am I gambling too hard? That's the question. Of course, to declare more interest. Let's declare an interest in Dixie. Over here in India. One in Iberia, France, southern Germany, Central Asia, West Africa, Zanj. We'll go North Germany as well. Okay, we're down to minus 12k now. So the education reform side of this has gone real well. We've had 10 years. We've had 10 years and I've made some progress. Not a lot, just some. I gotta get this bureaucratic reform. This is what our queue's looking like. I'm building up some arms industries to drop the price of those arms. Because, well, obviously. And then we're lacking in furniture. We're lacking in iron as well. I need those currency standards. So that's what we're doing next. And then we'll get atmospheric engine, which is why I'm loath to go ahead and crack on with increasing the amount of iron we have. Obviously, that has a knock-on effect. It makes everything else more expensive for sure. But for now, we're going to be all right. Nice appointed bureaucrats. That was like a 90% chance. That's insane. All right. That gives us a bit more taxation capacity, which is okay, I guess. All right. We have agriculture. Agriculture. Try and force that through. Kind of the most gambling I've done in this game. This is because we're going to go bankrupt if I'm not careful. Block League gets a new mandate. Okay. External trade vassalization. Let's upgrade this external trade, sure. Oh, we have 2 available mandates. Plus 1 authority per subject. We get some more authority and income transfer. Let's go for this external trade. Give me that. Ignores trade advantage penalties from interest. That's great. Let's do that. Curry stand has been unlocked. Okay, and I think we've balanced it enough so we can get per capita taxation. And then we need to work on our bureaucracy. Oh, that number's starting to tick towards positive. Again, our GDP is not going to have been stalled, but like, it will have been stalled for a while. But I'm not focusing on increasing our GDP. I'm increasing our efficiency here. 10% support, nice. Per capita taxation should also give us some options as well for raising capital. It's going to make paper very expensive, but again, okay. Do we have coal mines is the question. I need to sort that out. Okay, man is dead, but we use it to increase our control. Nice. Bureaucracy's gone positive. Montenegrins aren't raiding us, which is nice. Please give me that bureaucratic reform. That unrealized taxes that'll save us. It is just literally this, a 53% chance. It's in the consideration phase. And then getting this atmospheric engine should help out a lot, provided we have the coal mines already. That should drop the price of iron. And if we have cheap iron, then it's obviously cheaper for us to build things. 17 years. I need to take out Syria in that time. I need 4 Tanzimats. I'm going to get suppress, I'm going to get education, and we get bureaucratic, and then hopefully I'll grab Syria. Nice, per capita taxation is done. I think that means we get... Oh, yes. Okay, nice. So we completed that journal entry. And so we no longer have that tax waste and the problems with bureaucracy. Nice. Bureaucratic reform is completed. What I'd like to do now is go for some private schools. We're just going to grind out this level until we get to positive balance again. And then we'll start looking at these military shortages. 1, 2. Yeah, this should be good. What's this? Foreign investment rights. Sure, we can give that a go. We want an alternate source of funds for the Ottoman supremacist movement. All right, I think we have 8 months left on this. And this is slowly ticking up as well. Then I need 5 universities. Right, atmospheric engine. We are going to grab atmospheric engine here, and obviously here as well. That should help out a lot with our iron production. And let's get mechanical tools next. All right, I'm a lot happier now. Now we can start prioritizing these things here. So we need more furniture, which we're doing over here. All right, I'm actually going to build more construction sectors. It's going to give us a little bit of urbanization in these areas. Mechanical tools unlocked. Now, I think going straight to steel is probably a good idea. So I'm actually going to grab a steel mill first. Let's get a steel mill over here. I want to start working on the urbanization if I can. I know I don't necessarily, I know I'll be fine without it, but I think that is just generally what I want to be doing. Now, what do I want next? Railways, or do I want to start going down the military route? I think I probably do want to do the latter. Get that army defense. Separatism's done. And we're going to build some universities as well. 5 levels, right? Oh, what's this? Independence. And they're going to try and annex Hungary. I would have loved to have got involved with that, but I did not see it. But this does present an opportunity for them because the Austrians are supporting the independence of the Egyptians. So no one will get involved at this point. I'm going to give it a go. Does mean I want to grab general training. There we go. We go army modernization just because I needed it in that split second before all of the problems arose. Now, hopefully they won't get involved. All right, these two are going to go to this front line. These two are going to go to the Tripolitanian one. I'm just mass mobilizing. Not gambling that they're not going to do it. I've added every war goal I can. I think I should reduce their autonomy as well. That's going to give me way too much infamy, I think. No, we're not going to do that. We are instead going to add it to the primary. Give me Syria. Give me Aleppo. Let's see how we get on. Let's see. We're asserting our authority over in Syria. Egypt sees most of our Levantine provinces in 1833. Fantastic bit of history that you should absolutely go and read about. It's very, very cool, including how Egypt ended up losing those territories as well. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. It's time to reclaim the lands we lost in that war are long overdue. However, this is likely to draw the attention of any great powers. So we lose 10% influence, but everyone likes us a bit more. All right, we've actually gone to war. Interesting. Now we should have a much better army than them. It's not close. What? Egypt? I could have sworn you had a bigger army than this. What the hell? Oh my god, he's getting destroyed. I think the only problem with this is that our literacy is going to go down. Yeah, this is not close. Why is it so ridiculously... Oh, I mean, 60,000 troops versus 3,000. Yeah, it's just overwhelming power, isn't it? Now, the sad thing is, I should have waited until... Obviously, I wasn't going to, but if I had been able to wait until the education reform stuff went through, then I'd have gotten a different type of Tanzimat success. All right, well, we have the bureaucracy over here to be able to incorporate these states. Going to take a couple of years, but yeah. Sick man of Europe is done. Tanzimat, the reorganization. So, obviously, we get these sorts of things. One of them would have been an education, which I really wanted to. But we still did it! Tanzimat, the reorganization. The Ottoman Empire has successfully modernized and reasserted itself on the world stage. A new era begins for the Ottoman state. So we get for 5 years, home offense, home defense. We can get claims on the Balkans, or the Empire runs paper. We're going to get claims on the Balkans. Austria's having a lot of problems right now. Unfortunately, we're friendly with them. We can't exactly take advantage. No wonder, though. Let's see if we can go after the Montenegrins, stop their raiding. The Russians might get involved here. Nice. No, they just give in. Excellent. Goliath slays David. The Rose of Montenegro have finally been brought to heel. Will this be a lesson to anyone who resists? Punish all Serbian people for Montenegro's sins. That's crazy. To urge the human to forgive. We'll go for, let this be a lesson to anyone who resists. We were not able to get private education, unfortunately. Alright, we're on a bit of a roll here. Do I go after the Greeks? Let's do it. Whilst the world is distracted, we're going to try and make our claims here and stop the Balkans from uniting. Sort of important, really, isn't it? That's not good. Okay, Russia being involved is bad, not terrible. Don't know what colonial slavery is. What's that? Do I currently have slavery that is, like, legal? Yeah, okay. We'll offer you colonial slavery. Alright. Now, we can win this. It's not going to be pleasant, though. Alright, this is risky, but we're going to undergo a bit of a change here. Might tank our economy. Has to happen. Now I need to delay the war as long as possible. But our troops should be able to hold. These are mountains after all. Mountain combat expert. Okay, let's chuck you over here. Crucible gun embargo me. Okay. Alright. We are going to need maximum import subventions over here. We're also going to need them on bullets. We should have much better troops than the Russians. The Russians don't appear to be on this front. Okay, let's move around a little bit then. This lot are going to go here. You lot are going to go over here. Serbia's just joined us. Cool. At the same time, I am... Oh, right. I forgot to do this. Okay. At the same time, I need time here. I need time. All right. Let's add a war goal to conquer these islands because that'll pause it for 6 days. We have positives on all fronts. I just need some... All right. We're going to gamble. I want more troops on the Greek front. You're going to have to hold with what you have. There's no one on the Danubian front, which is interesting to me. So do I want to push in? I don't know that I necessarily want to do that. Wait, Serbia, are you against me in this war? No, you're with me. Good. I'm just double checking. Add war goal. Can I do anything else? I can't do anything to slow it down without fighting the Russians, which I don't want to do. All right, smashing through them here. Serbia's defending successfully here. We're defending successfully here. We're just holding on this other front because I'm sure they'll turn up soon. Nice. Ha, I'm blockaded. That's a cool little thing, yeah. All right, we push through. The organization, that's fine. We're holding them off nicely over here. And then push a little bit. If we need to, I can strip off 32. Check them on that front. Still defending. And this is costly for them. Get them to capitulate, then the Russians will hopefully peace out. Okay, the Russians are pushing in slightly. Okay, we're sending the 32 men. Get rid of my... Oh my god, I got rid of my mountain expert. He's currently pushing over this front. That's fine. Well, this is the priority, isn't it? We need to get these guys done. All right. Greece is done. So now we're just going to quickly rush into Russia as fast as we can. This is a completely uncontested front, so we're going to keep pushing. Go over on this front. The Russians have stopped pushing over here. Maybe I should have taken something from the Russians. This is... I'm shocked. We're doing well. They just left this front unguarded. All right, let's incorporate this lot as Greece disappears off the face of the earth. Russia is unwilling to have peace. The Serbians are pushing them. Make sure I don't get caught up with any of these front lines. All right, they've started to actually rush to these fronts. I think I'm stopping them from defending against the Polish uprising here. That's where the major forces start to flood the front lines. Still, it's mountains, so, I mean, looking all right. There we go. They're ticking down. Successfully defending against the Russians. Good stuff. All right, now we really need to sort our economy. Italy formed. That's nice. Oh, Japan. No, buddy. All right. One thing I did want to do. I'm going to go to the Bessemer process immediately. And we're going to go switch everyone out to steel tools, which means we have a shortage of steel for a little bit. And now it's time to boom the economy. Oh, I can decrease the economy, people. The autonomy. Let's do this then. Decrease autonomy. Oh, that looks so much better. Number 4 rank great power now. All right, let's change up our paper mills to have some sulfur. It's going to cause a shortage of sulfur. One day we'll get out of debt, you know? One day. It's not today. Oh, God, it's nowhere near today. All right, let's try and get colonial slavery, which no one really cares about. Probably the rural folk will hate me if I do this. They love slavery. Well, what would the rural folk like? I'm pretty sure they don't like anything that I like. Let's have a look. What laws do you like? National militia. You like professional army. But no one really dislikes professional army, so we could give that a shot. And then hopefully I can try and get colonial slavery rushed through after that. Not French Revolution. We've got the French Republic versus the French Radical Revolt. Good luck to you. A treaty. Trade privileges and allows me to build. So it's just a mutual assistance treaty. Let's, yeah, go on then. We'll do that. The Treaty of Amity and Commerce. What a lovely name. Russia request migration treaty. You want to deport Circassian people in our territory. Oh my god, a great percentage of Circassian refugees will be killed on the journey. I'm not doing that. Well, let them come in. Jesus. We're gonna kill them if we don't let them in? Okay, my next plan is to try and make construction as cheap as possible. So we want to drop the price of iron and wood to its sort of highest amounts. Because right now iron and wood are really quite expensive. Yeah, sure. Let's demand the Russian government stop the atrocities. We're the good guys. I'm fairly confident in our ability to defend the borders against the Russians. We did it once, we can do it again. I have 2 available mandates. Yeah, let's do this. Exploitation, income transfer. Oh, I want income transfer. So this gives me authority and influence. This gives us negative cohesion. I like cohesion. Unless I want to add a new one here. This will give us companies. I like the sound of that. We should. Why can I not establish these? We can't build additional companies. We have... What did I just do? Oh, it's a free company charter. I'm an idiot. Okay, carry on. No worries. All right, well, already iron's getting cheaper. Tools as well. Make two into puppet. Gonna upset others, but that's okay. Turn you into puppet as well. All right, we're now a professional army. I think I failed the lobby, I'm not gonna lie, but hey. Okay, so I need to take out Austria. Austria's actually done very well to unify Austria-Hungary, but we can beat them. Start damaging relations to them. Apparently I have some return state stuff I can do over here. All right, cool. Good to know. Let's improve relations with our vassals, hey? Oops, no, I'm damaging it. Oh, no, that's not a good idea. Amicable. All right, now let's see if we can't get a couple of these states to join us over here. All right, power block, embassy, give me some investment rights. Yeah, that'd be good. And then I'm gonna start doing that with everyone over here. Let's get vassalization too. Damn, cohesion's high. We're so cohesive. Gonna invite Oman. I hope it's get Persia in, you know. Let's give that a go. 40% chance, might as well try. They said no. Well, you've chosen death. All right, there's a big diplomatic play going on right now. We're gonna get involved in that if we can. Research mechanized war. Okay, right. Allegiances. You wouldn't come in because you wouldn't let me come in. What would you give me? Anything I want for? Well, I'm not. I don't really want to fight over there. So that's. I'll let that play out. My plan is I want to take out Russia. My sort of win conditions are extend my reach over here and down here. Get to the highest, like the largest extent of the Ottomans, which is over here. and get close to the #1 great power. Oh, we've got positive. We're about to go positive for the first time. Let's make Wallachia a puppet. Alright, give me a power block embassy over here in Tigray. I want to improve relations. I'm going to start trying to get into Ethiopia. North German Federation formed. Alright, get vassalization 3. Give us 25% income transfer. So how do I get you to become my vassal here? You know, I don't think I can. Alright, so hypothetically, yeah, like, so Nej would join, but that doesn't mean that they automatically become our subject, is the problem. 61 infamy over here. I'm going to do it. I think we can force him into it. Yeah, there's no point in me doing all this, is there? Stop. An ocean of blood, that's a horrible thing to say. Alright, we're going after Persia. Yeah, it kind of sucks we can't peacefully go, oh, hey, by the way, buddy, could you, you know, chill out a bit. Like, these guys are already in my power block. Alright, cool, got public schools. Instantly whack that up. No, I've definitely done it before. There'll be something here. Jabal Shamar. Subjugate, yeah, there you go. Immediately turn into our subject. Okay, cool. Right, so we can do it peacefully. Alright, I knew it. I just had to think for a couple of seconds, which admittedly is hard for me sometimes. There we go. We've got a Persian protectorate. Okay, so all members, if I scroll down here, Jabal Shamar and Oman, can't subjugate you because you have to be in it for 5 years. I can subjugate you. Okay, cool. Right, I like it. I'm happy now. Why are you getting taken out? What's this for? Return the Rhineland, cut down, unify with Alsace-Lorraine. Oof. Man, Prussia's kind of scary this game. Let's make sure I'm improving relations with them. You know, once I'm done with all this. Okay, our cohesion is real bad right now. Mainly because of Persia. That's fine. There you go, German Empire's formed. They're getting taken out. Well, they are taking out the French. Surprisingly historical. Now I'm going to build a bunch of construction sectors now. The German Empire has actually won here. Oh, it looks like the French took out some land here. Oh, I didn't even realize this had collapsed. When did that happen? Okay, well that helps a lot in terms of my incursions into India. I'm going to declare the Himalayas my interest. Oh, I can definitely start to move into here. Let's get a Mahara in here. You would not accept because you don't like me, I think. I'm infamous. Yeah, that's fair. Genuinely just trying to spend my money at this point. It's been a good couple years. I do need to kind of mass-produced iron at this point, to be honest. Let's serve with Ismuth. Why not? We'll build the Suez Canal. I've actually had to build so many construction sectors. You can see it's 454. The last time I spoke, it was 150. I might have gotten up and gotten a drink in that time. Maybe. We're going to go for this, the Ottoman Metal Works. I'm going to give you investment rights. I'm going to give you monopoly rights as well. And I'll give you the steel mills at the same time, as well as trade rights. Start going for central banking. All right, and now we need to build loads of those pooling workshops. Main problem here we're having is the railways. Oh, also I need to do this. Bump that up, and I can bump this to mechanized workshops. I haven't really been doing too much with our army. I get companies 3. It gives me another number of companies. Let's do that. Grab a new one. That'll be a good one for us to get. Let's get the steel mill one. Wait, I already gave out the steel mills, didn't I? To you, so I can't do that. The logging camps. Give monopoly rights on it. Investment rights. I feel like the money just goes up again. Alright, something's going wrong with our infrastructure over here. Alright, let's subsidize the railways, I think. There you go. That solves that problem. Alright, Suez survey is completed. We'll make a suitable offer. We must acquire land from the German Empire. No, we don't. Oh, we do? What? Why did the... Oh, God. German Sinai. Let's try and make an offer. I'm gonna have to fight the Germans, aren't I? Alright, let's see. Maybe we can do something here. Minus 1,000 because you're a great power. Well, we're gonna have to fight, aren't we? I think you probably have the largest army in the world. No, number 2. Who's number 1? Who's number 1? Probably the Qing, right? Let's do something about that, shall we? There's the Serbian uprising over there. Good luck to you. We don't really have those problems. So we're the 5th rank great power, mainly because I don't think I have too much of a navy. Our GDP is kind of about to surpass Russia. Isn't too bad. The German Empire, though, looking real pretty, even though they don't have a flag. All right, let's bring in a couple of you guys. Constantine joined, Kabul joined, and Idar joined as well. Decrease Serbia's autonomy, because I want everyone to look the same on the map. And we're getting there over here. No one else seems to be engaging. It's just us. All right, we need to massively up our tool production as well if we want to get into the top 5 of tools. Coal's not looking pretty right now. This guy can hold anything. Adamant defense right there. Give him some formation speed. This is... Okay, we can't do that because we don't have oil and radio, but I mean, extra supplies might be a good idea. A lot of people don't even know this tab exists, by the way. That gives us a much larger army to work with. We're actually going to move this into the Hassa Odusu to make them of slightly more comparable size. To about 300 or so. Fence and debt specialist and a pillager. Very cool. You want me to embargo Russia? I'll embargo Russia right now. Okay, all of Africa is a strategic thing. And where's embargo? So I need to be in the top 3 for tools. Where am I? I'm number 5 right now. How much do I need to be top 3? Another 3,000 tools. That's a little bit hefty, but give it a go. All right, let's go after the Austrians. They're fearful of us. And they haven't been fearful of us for literal centuries. Alright, this is return state stuff so far. Alright, it's Austria, Belgium, Italy versus myself. Let's do some strategic objectives. We're each to take Austria. Alright, let's see how we get on. We got lost, but we're winning. Because we have twice the troops, but that is a lot of dead. This one's definitely going to be painful. Problem is we have a bunch of allied troops. I don't want to be using the allied troops at all. It's a lot of dead in this war. We blundered, but we're panicking and running. That's not good. Front line doesn't really move that much, which is a bit of a problem. Because we're going to start bowing out soon. Belgium quit. Alright, we have taken the capital. Alright, that should be it. Italy's out. There we go. We're taking land back, giving land to Serbia. Taking land for ourselves. Yeah, I'll take that. Completely conquer the Balkans. Spanish are fighting others. I think we're, like, even though it seems like a bad idea, I think we're going to go for... I was going to say we're going to go for the Germans. I think, actually, we're going to build a navy first. To invite some more people in. Welcome, everyone. And let's make sure we subjugate the ones that are here. I want Tigray, but it's just taking such a long time. They're immediately having a revolt. Campania is uprising. What's going on over here? The Germans are trying to invade New York. Why? Oh, wow. The Germans trying to conquer Belgium. Britain, you're not getting involved in this one? Man, the Germans are kind of scary. No, they took Belgium. I don't know if anyone's catching them. Man. They just have so much. I mean, they have 100 million more GDP than us. They've got triple our GDP. I've kept the monarchy. I could have changed that, but nah, not too down. Let's try and enact property to women, which is a step up, to be clear. Our cohesion's good enough that we can bring in someone else. There you go, Constantine is in. And all our subjects are decreasing. They're limited to that. There we go. Persia is now in. So you were fighting the Qing. I'm going to recruit this guy just so I can fire him. He's literally inept. Oh, great. He's going to be here for a year? Alright, well, I can't go to war for a year. July 76. I've got to remember that, because if I go to war with this guy involved, there's going to be problems. What, these guys are, like, inexperienced, or they got problems, or they have syphilis? Like, what's wrong with these commanders? Alright, we have Abdulaziz, who's in charge of the... Oh, dear. He's in charge of the local governors, whereas the last guy, I could get away with it. This one is not happening. Friendly with Britain. They actually might be interested in this. 40% chance. Get a defensive pact with them. Nice. Okay, cool. Need to actually integrate these things. Come to Tonga, is that? Nah, Burma. What for? I think Burma broke free from Thailand, you know. Carter, I think they just designed their flag like the French. You know how, like, sometimes prey will make themselves look poisonous even if they're not, right? I think that's what they've tried to do, but they've unfortunately been found out. So we had begun embargoing me. Why? What did I do to you? We're rivaled? Oh, well, two can play that game, mate. Enjoy that, prick. Awalpert will join soon. There we go. I'll give him an obligation. Nope. It is the exact same. Okay, we'll give it a go. Nice. Okay, cool. Really expanding in India quite effectively. Nagpur's my next target. Right, we get another company. We make too much money, man. High-grade explosives. That sounds cool. Do that. Oh, we have our prestige good. Nice. We're the #1 prestige good, prestige tools producer worldwide. 2 available mandates. Nejd would join. It's okay. We're going to wait for the leverage. That'll happen soon. Oh, God. Kicked my mouse. It's fine. 98. And Nejd isn't. Alright, we have unlocked electricity. So what I want to do is I want to start building that. At least one everywhere. So then I have the presence of it. And then I can switch out to the logging side of things. I think we're always struggling for logs. Oh my god. There's a famine here in one state. Which state? Southern Transylvania. Oh my god, I'm at war. Okay, give me a sec. No, this feels like overkill. There's currently a famine here because I didn't realize that the Wallachians couldn't deal with their own revolt. I need to come up with some better names for these things because I cannot for the life of me remember which names are put where. Okay, Gwalior would join. Slowly taking over India. Dude, they have 3 times our GDP still. Like, the Germans are insane. Probably have the 6th largest army. I cannot believe that. Huh? You want to transfer Persia? No. Yeah, fight me, dude. That's fine. Why are you cocky? Alright, cool. Let's get some returns in here. Pretty sure my troops are better than yours as well. My navy definitely is. Yeah, he's got using his skirmish infantry. Oh, no. He's not defending his capital. Or at least he's not defending over here. I could probably naval invade as well. There's a lot we can do. Alright, you lot are going to defend on this front. You guys are going to push to the capital. You lot position yourself in the sea node. Now I can call in my ally, Great Britain. He's called in the Brazilians. I'm going to humiliate Russia. I think that's a good deal. So we take some stuff and we humiliate them. It's crazy he's still confident. I'll give you chairs to build in you. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. The insane thing is he's not defending his front. Well, so we're apparently pushing here. I was just going to defend, but screw it. Let's do it. Pillage. Where's the other pillager? Those two are going to advance. 36 defense is crazy. I can't believe you started this war. Oh my god, the race to St. Petersburg. Portuguese protectorate. Oh my god. But now Portugal flips in return for the Germans. Sorry. So now it's flipped because the Germans are now involved in return for enforcing their investment rights in Liberia. All right, the race for Constantinople continues. We're going to send some reinforcements up there because they are also reinforcing. Dude, that's insane. The British troops might be cracked. Well, these are Canadians, to be fair. Brazil's out, and I think Russia's going to be done soon. So we're going to take a bunch of territory here, and we're also going to humiliate them, which means they can't contest us, which means I should have a free run at the Germans, hopefully. There you go. It's done. Subjugate Sind. And let's go to our subjects. There you go, puppet. Hejaz can also become a puppet. All right. I think we make a run at the Germans. Although they like me a lot. Oh, they'll give me military assistance. Hey, okay, maybe I was a bit too hasty with you. Now, if you'll help me take out the Austrians, you can take Suez. By the way, if you look at our diplomatic pacts, we get 100,000 a week. That's as much as we make in taxes from our puppets. So it's been a decent little money maker, that. 3 available mandates. Increase leverage from economic dependence. Do that. Romanian national movement. That's new. All right, electric sawmills. I messed up badly. Did not realize that this was not... The power plants weren't ready yet. Oh, well. This creates the demand, I guess. I'll get trade privileges from the British. That's nice. I really need to start, like, changing the binding period to, like, 99 years. The Austrians have sided with us. This seems might unfair, not gonna lie to you, but hey, who am I to judge? Newspapers across the world reported about war crimes committed by our soldiers during their recent conflict. Britain will vouch for me. I didn't do it. They know everything about war crimes. And so, you know. Our rival Spain continues to practice slavery. I'll condemn them for it. I'm gonna make Morocco into protectorate. Just for their own benefit, you know? Idar offers to become our protectorate. Pretty sure you already were, but okay. That's our first ever naval invasion here. Make it happen. You see the oh god, I don't know what causes, but I'll click this and sometimes it'll just blink out. Maybe I have to, like, I don't know, cast a spell. Oh my god, we've devastated them. Are they using irregulars? Please don't tell me. Oh god, they are. So the Germans have a GDP of just over double ours. Not quite triple like it was before, so proportionally we're getting there. Alright, Morocco is now part of us. I'm going to declare a rivalry with the Austrians. I'm trying to nab Bengal, and France and Britain have decided to oppose me here. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to mobilize these troops over after all. Okay, it's a little bit problematic. Things might seem bad right now, and frankly, that's because they are. I don't know what to do about this one. I'm tempted to take, like, the French land and stuff over here, but I don't really fancy scrolling through all of the options, so we're just not going to do it. All right, let's get it done. This is going to be an interesting one. All right, I definitely need to move my troops over here. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Also, Britain was meant to be my ally. If I could push them out of the Ionian one, we really need to basically just take out Bengal as fast as possible. If we can force them out of here, then we win. This is a problem down here, and then this is a problem. If I can force them out of the Ionian Islands, that'll free up some troops. I could sacrifice the Tunisian front. This is, yeah, that's a big problem. Okay, I'm sacrificing the Tunisian front to wait until he's no longer engaged in a battle. Okay, invasion of here. Go, go, go. And then you need to get to there. That's closer to my heartlands than this is. Were they trying to land on me? They are. Okay, you, in fact, need to go... Oh my god, they are. They're fully landing. Let's go here. Okay, yeah, we need to get to Bengal. We have to. All right, test these sea landings, which should be fine. They're pushing up here. Egypt's going to fall. That's okay. Everything is on here. Like, it's just this. We're losing on every front, pretty much, apart from the one that we need, which is, you know, that's the important part. Now, the problem is, these guys should be based here, but they can't go to every single front line, which I think is really stupid, frankly. All right, we're gonna have to recall you guys. Like, you see how many fronts have opened up here? And I can't contest them all because they're all treated as separate fronts, which is a little bit frustrating because it means they can just sort of automatically land. Yeah, you see, like, they're just landing on me because I can't, like, stop them. Like, look, there's another landing above me. Like, there's 4 different landings, and I'm not allowed to contest them all. Which sucks, because I have the troops too. Yeah, look, they've landed. I can't, there's nothing I can do to stop that. On the bright side, it's consolidated the fronts somewhat. I've torn them apart over here, at least. There we go, Bengal Protectorate. It's done. Oh, man. Okay, excellent. Well, considering we fought both Britain and France in an all-out war, I consider that a success. Yeah, Hungarian uprising, so I'd probably dive into Austria. Didn't quite get the #1 great power, I'm sorry, but the German Empire is just too far away for me to chase. However, we do have the #2 ranked great power block, second only to the British Empire. We encompass most of India. obviously all of the Middle East and most of North Africa, as well as the Balkans. So a very, very good showing, I would say. Definitely the Ottomans back on top. And frankly, given that I just fought the British and French at the same time, were they kicking my ass? Maybe, but we won, and that's the important thing. I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Let me know if you want me to play more Victoria 3. I have a couple of ideas for some multiplayer videos, which could be a lot of fun. Otherwise, chaps, I will see you all next time. Goodbye. My personal thanks to Aiden Clark, who is said to be 7 feet tall. Lewis Wright, who once killed a man with his bare thumb. Redguard76, whom I've been secretly in love with this entire time. And the Schmoobler, who needs no introduction. Also thanks to Crilly, Ghostwolf, and Jason White for being my Patreon supporters. Means a lot, guys.